Delighted to say we're joined by Matty, who's the Chief Sustainability Officer at CGI. Matty, what are you doing here at the London Climate Tech Show?
Rick, thank you very much for interviewing me. So I've been part of the panel discussion that was discussing energy and innovations that are needed to transition to a sustainable economy. And so it's a very loaded conversation that we had, which focused mainly on the role of governments, the role of private sector, the sort of skills needed, but also the journey to actually achieving net zero and what's needed in between. Several topics came up, things like methane, and actually methane accounts for 11%, and converting that into energy and the innovations that are there to convert. Topics such as the role of governments, the role of chief sustainability officers such as myself, but also topics that are more subtle like culture and behavior change, and actually communities and citizens and the role that we can play from our homes, and the small decisions that we can make that can actually help us to transition to the clean economy we need to become. And just some key statistics for you here. 30% of renewable energy is what we have in the world. That's what's powering our homes. And we need to take that up to 50, ideally 100. That's a journey in itself. And then, of course, 3/4 of the world's emissions comes from energy. And so energy is a really big key topic here, and I'm glad to have been part of the discussions.
And one of the phrases that we hear quite a lot is energy independence, and the fact that we can rely on that great big yellow thing up in sky that's giving us free energy, solar energy. We've also got hydro and wind. So I guess there's little things that we can do to become energy independent. Is that something that you focus on as well?
Yes, it is. And in fact, from a CGI perspective, we work with several energy providers here in the UK. You've heard of the smart metering programs. CGI and several other companies are behind that. 59% of homes here in the UK now have a smart meter, and the data underpinning that, whether that is solar, hydrogen, whether that is any form of energy, we're picking up on that data. And we've helped the UK reduce about 1 million tons of emissions in a really good short space of time, just through data analytics and insights. So I think energy is one in terms of actually generating, but it's also the technologies that then convert, that then store, that then distribute that energy to different communities.
Well, we've been recently filming with a company called Synergy, and they do just that. They find areas, whether it's businesses that have huge amounts of roof space, whether it's football stadiums, rugby stadiums, factories that have an abundance of roof space that they can slap a load of solar panels on,
right.
And they help small companies, big companies to do that. How important is that we're trying to find alternative ways to fuel our businesses and our homes?
This is so important. 11% of the world still does not have access to electricity. 40% of the world does not have access to clean energy. And so the transition in what we're doing, installing solar panels and all of the work that goes behind powering homes with clean energy, is so crucial and so important for us to achieve the net zero we need to achieve by 2050 for future generations. I think, you might have children, I have children, we have the younger generations that ultimately also need to enjoy the same benefits that we have enjoyed in our lifetime.
I would hate it if my kids turned around to me in 5-10 years' time and said, "Dad, why on earth did you not do more? Why did you not encourage more people to do more?" So that's our mission. Our zero emission mission is to get people to ditch the diesel, move to sustainable forms of transport, walk more, cycle more, drive less, all those different things. So, but it's heartening to hear that there are other people as well, like yourself, that are doing great things for the community, for the country, and the planet. So keep up the good work, and thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you, Rick. Thank you very much.
Very welcome. See you later.